Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Kunja Bihari. Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari. Bayudhari. Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari. Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Anna Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vannachari. Yamuna Tira Vannachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya. Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivacharya Sattara Saraswati Śrīmad Bhāgavatam Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivacharya Sattara Saraswati Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Grantara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki Jai. Jai Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories. Shri Guru Gauranga Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today morning we are reading from Canto 8, Chapter 16, titled The Payovrita Process of Worship. Text number 24. Shri Kashyapa Vacha Etan me Bhagavan Prashta Praja Kamasya Padmaja Yad ahate pravakshyami Vratam keshavatoshanam. Shri Kashyapa Vacha Etan me Bhagavan Prashta Prajakamasya Padmaja Yad ahate pravakshyami Vratam keshavatoshanam. Shri Kashyapa Vacha Etan me Bhagavan Prashta Prajakamasya Padmaja Yadahate Pravakshyami Vratam keshavatoshanam. Shri Kashyapa Vacha Etan me Bhagavan Prashta Prajakamasya Padmaja Tadna Pravakshyami Radam Keshavatoshanam. Shri Kashyapa Vacha Etan me Bhagavan Prashta Rajakamasya Padmaja Yadahate Pravakshyami Vratam Keshavatoshanam. Matajis, Vaishnavis. Shri Kashyapa Vacha Etan me Bhagavan Prashta Prajamasya Padmaja Yadate Pravakshyami Vratam Keshavatoshanam. Shri Kashyapa Vacha Etan me Bhagavan Prashta Prajakamasya Padmaja Yadahate Pravakshyami Vratam Keshavatoshanam. Word to word meaning. Sri Kashyapa Uvacha. Kashyapa Muni said, Etad, this may, by me, Bhagavan, the most powerful, Prashta, when he was requested, Prajakamasya, desiring offspring, Padmaja, Lord Brahma, who was born of a lotus flower. Yet, whatever, aha, he said, te, unto you, pravakshyami, I shall explain. Vratam, in the form of worship. Keshava Toshanam, by which Keshava, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is satisfied. Translation and is purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Sri Muni said, when I desired, I placed inquiries before Lord Brahma, who is born from a lotus flower. Now I shall explain to you the same process Lord Brahma instructed me, by which Keshava, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is satisfied. Purport. Here the process of devotional service is further explained. Kashyapa Muni wanted to instruct Aditi in the same process recommended to him by Brahma for satisfying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is valuable. The Guru does not manufacture a new process to instruct the disciple. The disciple receives from the Guru an authorized process received by the Guru from his Guru. This is called the system of disciplic succession. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarisyo viduhu. This is the bona fide Vedic system of receiving the process of devotional service, by which the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased. Therefore, to approach a bona fide Guru or spiritual master is essential. The bona fide spiritual master is he who has received the mercy of his Guru, who in turn is bona fide because he has received the mercy of his Guru. This is called the parampara system. Unless one follows this parampara system, the mantra one receives will be chanted for no purpose. Nowadays, there are so many rascal gurus who manufacture their mantras as a process for material advancement, not spiritual advancement. Still, the mantra cannot be successful if it is manufactured. Mantras and the process of devotional service have special power, provided they are received from the authorized person. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadahmahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrijatam Sagana Raghunatam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamsha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Shrudadevi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namile Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunivadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Seeking the blessings of all assembled Vaishnavas, let's discuss from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam for my own purification. Good to be here. As a service, giving Bhagavatam is the most powerful way of remembering Krishna. You are forced to think about Krishna, you are forced to think about Bhagavatam. So in that way it is good for the speaker, and it is also good for the audience because it is discussed. Krishna Prashto, right? Questions is all benefit. Loka Mangalam, is right? This is in Bhagavatam, first canto, where Sutta Goswami very pleased with the sages because they ask question about Krishna. Question related to Krishna or Krishna's paraphernalia, name, form, is always going to bring auspiciousness to the inquirer, to the speaker, and to the audience. So here, Etan me Bhagavan Prashta. So here, Kashyapa Muni is saying, Bhagavan is addressing Brahma as Bhagavan. Right? As the aspect of what? The most powerful. Brahma is the most powerful, the first living entity. And his name is Padmaja. Padma means lotus. Ja means anything which is born of. Ambuja, Padmaja, right? So Padmaja, one who is born in the lotus flower, who is Bhagavan, who is the most powerful. And I have asked this question, Prashta, question. Question about what? Question about what? Prajakamasya, desiring to have offspring. Prajakamasya. Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha, isn't it? The highest Kama one can have is about Moksha. That's why it's Kama and Moksha. So here, Prajakamasya Prashta, my question was about the offspring. Kashyapa Muni is saying. What is that? Any kind of desire. Akama, Sarva Kama, Moksha Kama, Udaradi, Tivirena Bhakti Yogena, Yajate Purusham Param. Is that right? That's a verse in 3rd canto. That doesn't matter what kind of desire you have, or if you don't have desire, or if you are full of desire, or you have a desire for moksha, please go to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why? It's not about fulfilling the desire. Please understand. Yeah. Kamasya gride jnanam. It is Bhagavad Gita, right? One who has material desire will approach the demigod. This is Krishna is saying. One who want to fulfill their desire, one who want to... Men of low intelligence. Men of low intelligence who are motivated by passion and ignorance, who develop this material desire of enjoying the material benefit, and they want this so quick, instantly. So what happened? They go to demigod. But then, what is the difference between going to demigod and Krishna? Does Krishna satisfy the desire? Yes, Krishna does satisfy the desire. Why? Krishna is saying, I give the faith by which you go to the demigod. And then whatever benefit you are getting is me indirectly providing. It's me. Is me actually giving you the desire. It's me who is giving this result. Is the me who giving the power to the demigod to give the offering. So Krishna cannot fulfill? Yes, Krishna will fulfill. There is no doubt about it. Krishna is saying, I will fulfill everything. Whatever desire. Then why one has to go to Krishna? Because the purification of the heart or the transformation comes along with the satisfaction of the desire. That is the extra benefit of Krishna. Krishna does always extra, right? Krishna does more. So not only just fulfilling the one desire, one may have some desire, fulfill, okay, one may approach Krishna, one may approach the demigod, one may approach anyone. But then the benefit of approaching Krishna here is that he fulfills the desire and he purifies the heart so that you are not bombarded with that desire again in such a way that the desire is removed from your heart. So here, Etan me Bhagavan Prashta Praja Kamasya Padmaja. What did I do? When I had this desire, what did I do? I went to Brahma. Now Brahma gave me the process of devotional service. That I am going to explain to you. Yat aha te pravakshyami. I am going to explain to that same process which I received from Brahma. Long back I had the same desire, and then I went to Brahma, and Brahma gave this process, Kashyapa is saying, and I am going to tell you. And that process is what? Is Keshava Toshanam, that is fulfilling or pleasing the Supreme Lord. By what? Vratam. So Prayavrata. So this is the word, this is we're getting into the crux of this chapter. Payovrata, right? So he is going to give the process, but then what is the goal of the process? What is the goal of every activity we do in Krishna consciousness? What is the goal of all the things we do? Just to please the Supreme Lord, right? Just to please, that the Supreme Lord is pleased. This is the goal. So he is saying, so you may do some austerity, you may do some penance, right? In our day-to-day activities, we do a lot of penance. We get up in the morning, right? We fast Ekadasi, we chant, we follow 4 regulatory principles. We do certain things which is like, in austerity, what is austerity? Chanting 16 rounds, following 4 regulatory principles, doing this, doing that. Why we are doing? So that the Supreme Lord is pleased. Why generally people do activity in the material world? Why they do austerity in the material world? Right? Material world also you'll see a lot of people getting up in the morning. You go in the Westgate Bridge, morning 5, 6 o'clock, there's a traffic. Right? Some people night to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, they will close the road, and then you most of the time if you go to any of the busy roads in Melbourne or in Australia, you see most of the work, road works or most of the tram work, most of the work they do in the night. They start in the night. They start at 10, 11 o'clock and they finish at 4, 5 o'clock. It's austerity, right? Sleepless. You ask any student about the night shift in a petrol station or a fuel or a 7-Eleven, he will tell. It's not easy. Yeah, why they do? Because of satisfaction of one's ego. It is nothing to do with the satisfaction of, the Supreme Lord. Right? So the more you do austerity, the more we get pride. Generally, that's the notion. The more we become austere, generally it becomes hard. Hard becomes hard. But in devotional service, it has to be balanced. We have to understand, okay, the austerity is performed. It's not just having this complexity. I am better, I can do more. I can do Nirjal, Ekadasi. Right? And then all the time thinking about prasadam. So, all this austerity is dovetailed. Is dovetailed in thinking about Krishna. Then that austerity is spiritual. So he's saying, Vratam Keshava Toshanam. That, please remember, the what I'm going to tell you is a type of worship. So here Prabhupada translated Vratam is a form of worship. Keshava, the Lord, the Supreme Lord is pleased. So that's what he's saying. Now the main focus of the purport, if you see, Prabhupada talking about the process. The process of receiving the knowledge, the process of receiving the mercy, the process of getting connected to Krishna, the process by which one gets the mercy of Krishna is that one has to get connected with parampara. Bona fide disciplic succession, evam parampara praptam imam rajarisyo vidu. So this is a system of disciplic succession. Right? So the process of devotional service is further explained. So, what is the process? That one has to accept a guru. To approach a bona fide spiritual guru or a spiritual master or a bona fide guru is essential in one development of devotional service or bhakti. It is not optional. Prabhupada is not saying, if you want, you can accept. If you don't want, it's okay. Not like that. It is essential. It is essential. If you see, the main aspect of sadhana bhakti, so Rupa Goswami gives this explanation in Nectar of Devotion, and he talks about the 64 principles of sadhana bhakti, the regulative principle of sadhana bhakti. In that, the first 5 one has to do, first 10 is one has to do, and the second 10 is one should not do. In that first 10 one has to do, in that first 5 is about spiritual master. The first instruction, what he said, one has to accept, take shelter of the bona fide spiritual master. Because one may say that I am chanting Hare Krishna, right? We hear the stories or instance where the holy name has delivered the personalities, which is true. The holy name is potent, but it has to be chanted in an offenseless state, and the personality has to be a liberated soul, which is a rare combination here, what we see day-to-day life. We are all conditioned soul struggling with our senses and mind in this material world, right? And we need someone to pull us from this ocean of nascence. We need someone to pull us from this ocean of nascence. So, in order to, in the sadhana bhakti, which is part of our day-to-day activity, sadhana bhakti, is first to take the shelter of bona fide spiritual master. Why? Because the spiritual master duty is to engage and make sure the disciple is engaged in the service of Krishna, so that his mind is fixed. Why we have deity service? We follow this Pancharatrika Vidhi, Bhagavad Marg and Pancharatrika Vidhi. Why we include the Pancharatrika Vidhi? Why we have deity service? Why we have devotional service? Why we have prasad distribution? Why we have many activities? Everyone can chant, sit peacefully, 24-hour chant and go back to God, right? No. Can we chant like that? Not possible. Mind is giving problem. So Prabhupada said, I created all this activity. Why? For you guys to get engaged in devotional service, right? So so one has to get initiation, one has to get instruction from the bona fide spiritual master, so that one can engage in the service of Krishna, so that his mind is fixed in the service. His senses are controlled. He is not restless. One needs a guru. This is Krishna's system. So we have the process. Okay, fine. First is Shraddha. One has to develop the faith. Then comes Sadhu Sangha. Generally, there's some little bit faith is there, or little bit inclination is there, that he wants develop some spiritual life or something. So Prabhupada writes interesting, in Bhagavad Gita, also in Nectar of Instruction. In Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, where Arjuna is confused. Karpanya dosham pagata swabhava, 2.7, where he is surrendering himself to Krishna, where he is accepting Krishna. Before that, in the 2nd verse, Prabhupada writes, the material perplexity, or the anxieties, right, which is concerning for many of the living entities in this material world. No one knows what is going to happen. No one can tell what is going to come
it is perplexed. It is like, very shaky ground. The material perplexity actually pushes one to get a spiritual master. Prabhupada writes about the material lamentation, material compassion, material fear. These are all material things. And one is perplexed about his life. That behooves or pushes one to get a spiritual master. In a clear term, in Nectar of Instruction, Prabhupada writes that one is not fit or one is done with the material enjoyment. One had enough of, one is having enough of material things. I'm done, this is too much, that's it. I know there is no happiness in this material world. Then he is fit for initiation. One is done with this material world, or in that way, he is inclined to spiritual emancipation or freedom or liberation. One is done with his material enjoyment. One understood, oh God, there is nothing here. There is done, I am done. Then he develops the sincerity in the heart. When he develops the sincerity in the heart, Krishna as present as Paramatma is there in everyone's heart. So he knows the desire. When Krishna understood that this person is ready and sincere, then he sends a spiritual master. And by the mercy of Krishna, one gets a spiritual master. And by the mercy of spiritual master, one gets Krishna. This is the process. So again, coming back to the process of the stages of bhakti, right? Stages of bhakti, if you see, the first is Shraddha. Okay, one has developed a little bit faith. That is because of previous attraction or some Shukriti or the mercy of the devotees. Then he comes to Sadhu Sangha, association of devotees. Then what happens? Association of devotees? Association of devotees generally, they will take up the process of chanting. They will take the process of chanting. So one may say that's enough. Yeah, but then the next stage is Bhajana Kriya. Bhajana Kriya means getting initiated. Bhajana Kriya. Next stage is Bhajana. See, because you may chant, but that is, aparad. Nam aparad. One may not chant. So from Nam aparad to Nam abhas and Shuddha Nam, right? So Nam abhas to Shuddha Nam. The Nam abhas stage and Shuddha Nam comes after initiation. Why? Bhajana Kriya means getting initiated, and then chanting. In chanting, we chant every day 10 offenses. Right? One is not following the instruction of spiritual master. It's an offense. What is the relation between the instruction of the spiritual master and chanting Hare Krishna? When I think, right? Because the Guru has to give mantra. The Guru gives the mantra, the Guru gives the beats, and then connected to the disciplic succession. Then comes Anartha Nivritti. Then removing of all the unwanted things. Right? Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. These are all the stages. So here, one has to get the bona fide spiritual master. So the bona fide spiritual master is he who has received the mercy of his Guru. So this is the qualification of the Guru. So we discussed about the qualification of the disciple from the Nectar of Instruction, then from Bhagavad Gita. What is the qualification of Guru? What is the qualification? What is the qualification? The simple qualification here is that he should be coming in parampara, in disciplic succession, that he has served his Guru, that he has been a disciple. A good disciple will become a good Guru. What is the qualification? That he comes in the parampara system. The Guru comes in a bona fide parampara system. The Guru knows the conclusion of all the Vedas. And he is situated in Brahman. Not by external. What is the qualification of Guru? Oh, my Guru looks beautiful. He is handsome. This offense, Nectar of Instruction says that seeing one's material designation or psychophysical nature of his caste or color or dysfunctionality or disform, this is an offense to a Vaishnava, that seeing one Guru in a material platform. And then maybe one may think, oh, initiation, because they feel the pressure sometime in a community of devotees. Someone feels the pressure, oh, everyone getting initiated. He got initiated. He came after me. He got initiated. It's like when you think, like one is coming to bhakti, then the kanti, one kanti, two, three. Hey, Prabhu, you're not wearing 3, you are wearing 2. You got shelter? So I was a few years back, I was in the kitchen, one devotee, he came to me and asked, so Manmohan, are you aspiring from any spiritual master? I said, yeah, I'm working on it. I'll get initiated soon. So probably you don't know whether I'm initiated or not, but that's not the point. But there is a pressure. So devotee feel, oh, I have to get initiated. Okay, what are the things? I have to do this. I have to tick this box. I have to do FAC. I have to do IDC. I have to do this shelter exam. I have to do the interview. I have to do the initiation exam. Now, which guru gives me fast initiation? Oh, this guru takes time. This guru gives in 6 months' time. This guru gives 1 year. Oh no, this guru, no. He's not good. He tells me so much instruction. He's very strict with disciple. This guru is very friendly. This guru is actually do kirtan well. So we all into this material calculation, we think, because of the pressure we think, oh, I have to get initiated. Maybe I choose a guru who is very easy, jovial, and he will not check much, and he will give me initiation and he will give me a name. That's it, done. Done, job done. Abba, relief. So you have to understand, the process of initiation is not as much as what we think about external. What is it, verse? Tene Brahma Ridaye Adikave. This is the starting of Bhagavatam, right? Tene Brahma Ridaye. That Krishna actually inspired Brahma within the heart. He initiated within the heart. He didn't even see. Brahma didn't even see Krishna. Brahma didn't even see the Krishna, right? What he heard? He just heard the word tapa. We don't even know who the person, where is he, how. So the process of initiation is something which is inspired by Vani, not by Vapu. Of course, both are same. Sometimes we can have a quotation or all these reference where serving Vapu and Vani is both are equal. There is nothing, no different, because the spiritual master is a representative of the Supreme Lord. But the inspiration of one is dedication. One want to dedicate the life. That comes from hearing from the spiritual master. So the spiritual master, so we hear, we get inspired. Because as long as one gets an opportunity to serve the Guru in physical proximity, super, well and good, super. But then that is not going to last long. Prabhupada says, in one of the room conversation today morning, he was saying, my Guru actually left in 1936. I went to US 65, 30 years. Guru was not there, but still I was receiving the mercy because I was following his instruction. Serving the instruction of the Guru is serving the Guru. It's the way to please the Guru. Simple. We hear the instruction, we follow the instruction. So then the disciple asked Prabhupada, how we know that someone following is pleased? How do you know that you are pleased? Prabhupada said, if someone following my instruction, you should make sure that I am pleased. So then, the process of initiation, yes, there are so many formalities and procedures, and sometimes people, why making so difficult? Some people ask, right? Some people, especially if you are in Melbourne, and if you want to get initiated, all the best. There is going to be a lot of exam, there is going to be a lot of paperwork, lot of weight, you will be tested the time. The proof in the pudding is like, it is stood the time. Someone initiated, he's waited for 2 years, 3 years, only he got shelter interview. His token number has arrived. We have a token system. If you want a shelter, what's your number? Your number is given. You have to wait. It will be called. So, yes, things will happen. Things will happen. But what is the process? The process is, one is sincere, then Krishna will show the Guru. The external things are there because of these so many things, there are filter. Okay, one has to do this exam, one has to do that exam, one has to do. If you are sincere, you don't mind, you will do it. Why you want shortcut? Why do you want shortcut? If there is a system, there is a process, this is the process, this is a system. Okay, patiently you serve and then you get initiated. So that's a qualification of a guru here, simple, that he comes in a parampara system. Nowadays, so Prabhupada writing, nowadays there are so many rascal gurus. Who manufacture their mantra as a process for material advancement, not spiritual advancement. So there are cheaters and cheated. So in this regard, both, Prabhupada address both. The person who is also kind of cheating mentality wanted a guru, and a guru who is having a cheating mentality also wanted a disciple. So Prabhupada condemned both actually. in this context, Prabhupada condemns, because there are some omnis there, you give the money, they will give you mantra. Mantra or the process of devotional service have special power. Even before also Prabhupada writes, it's not a man-manufactured mantra or the process, it will work. Some mantra you put together and then give, okay, this is your mantra, chant. Bona fide spiritual master or bona fide system is simple, as it is. So Prabhupada gives the example of that's a mango, which is taken from the tree, handed over from hand to hand and given to the recipient. So there is no change, there is no addition, there is no subtraction. So the process is given, the parampara system, and it is handed over. Then you are connected. So the mantra and the power of devotional service are special power provided they are received from the authorized person. So the process of devotional service is important, as important where you are receiving from. Right? The process, the knowledge is important. Okay, one may say the spiritual knowledge, transcendental knowledge is very important. Yes, there is no doubt about it. Transcendental knowledge is very important. But as important, where you are getting that knowledge from is equally important. It's just like, one may say, Bhagavad Gita is good. Yes, Bhagavad Gita is good. There is no doubt about it. But which Bhagavad Gita? That is also very important. Is it Bhagavad Gita as it is? Or any other Bhagavad Gita? So that is important. So in this disciple and guru, today is also the disappearance of Sharanga Thakur. Great personality. He has many names: Saranga Pani, Saranga Dara, Saranga Murari Thakur. Why? Because there is a pastime associated with it. So he was associate of Mahaprabhu. Actually, he is one of the branch of Mahaprabhu. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a chapter, I think 9 and 10, they talk about the branches of Chaitanya tree. The whole Mahaprabhu is considered as a tree. The Goswamis, then the roots are the trunk. The two trunks are Nityananda and Advaita. So metaphorical comparison of the Chaitanya tree. ISKCON is considered as one of the branch, the leaf, where we are connected to the Chaitanya tree. So in that, one of the branch was Saranga Thakur. So he used to worship Radha Gopinath, the deities. He is from Mamgachi, next to Navadip. The deities are still there, worship. There used to be a bakul tree. So Mahaprabhu saw that this bakul tree was dying. So he asked Saranga Thakur, what are you going to do with this tree? Saranga, this tree is going to die. So Saranga Thakur said, without your mercy, nothing can actually prevail. So then Mahaprabhu hugged the tree and it revived and is still there. The tree is still there. So people can go and take darshan of the tree. The Lord was insisting Saranga Thakur, you have to initiate disciples. You have to take give initiation, accept disciples. Saranga Thakur was he was not inclined. He was saying no. And Mahaprabhu said no, insisted. You have to. And the Lord within him also was insisting, you have to initiate. So Saranga Thakur said, tomorrow, whoever I see the first person, I will initiate him. You'll be lucky if you were there. Saranga Thakur told Mahaprabhu that, okay, tomorrow, first person I meet, I will initiate. So Saranga Thakur, as a daily ritual, he went to Ganges. Mahaprabhu was there. So he was taking bath in Ganges. While he was taking bath in the Ganges, one dead body came and hit him. One dead body came in the Ganges and hit him. Who is this? Is a small boy. He was about to get initiation, Diksha, in the bank of Ganges or something, and there is a snake, and the snake bit him and he died. Because he was a young boy, so there's a tradition that they don't burn or bury, they will float him in Ganges. So this happened to be when Saranga Thakur was taking bath, so he came and hit him. So he picked him up and he said, who are you? And Mahaprabhu said, you have to chant the mantra in the air, chant. So he chanted the mantra and he revived himself. He came alive. And he said, I am Murari. So that's a famous Murari Chaitanya, famous Murari Thakur, great personality. And then the news spread. Murari came alive in Ganges. So the parents came. The parents came and said, okay, come, let's go home. So Murari said, no, I am not coming. I am going to stay here and I am going to serve my Guru lifelong. So this is a very instructive, because if you see, all of us have two births in this life. One already done, that's why we are here, which is biological birth, which is very important. We came into existence. That we don't have any choice. But the real birth is that when one is getting initiated. That is the real birth. Because whatever birth or whatever biological birth you have done, that purpose is fulfilled when you took birth again. When you got initiated, that is the actual birth. That is the real initiation. Because just taking birth, you can see everyone is taking birth, everyone is dying. Punarapi jananam, punarapi mananam, samsara chakra. What is the point? But then one, out of his free will, out of his choice, one is getting initiated from a bona fide spiritual master. That is called twice born, or the real birth. So he said to his parents, I am not coming. Thank you very much. I am going to stay here and serve my Guru. And then he served Saranga Thakur. And then he became the associate with Nityananda Prabhu. Yeah. So that is Saranga Thakur is such a great, powerful personality. He was Nandi Mukhi Sakhi in Krishna Leela. They are all associates. So the great associates of the Lord, they come to deliver the fallen soul. They are liberated soul. They are not forced to come here. Not like us, where we don't know next birth, where we don't know what is going to happen. We are forced according to our karma netrena, by the will of the Lord, under the supervision of the karma, that we get a body. But then this great personality, they come to deliver to the fallen souls. They come to, as a representative of the Supreme Lord, to give the mercy of the Lord in the form of instruction, in the form of association, in the form of guidance. So today is his disappearance day. And so getting connected to Parampara system is essential, and it is mandatory. So I'll stop here and see if anyone has any correction, comments or questions of what we discussed today. No questions? Or your questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank
Hare
you
Krishna.
for the nice class. Prabhu, you mentioned how Krishna revealed and inspired within like Brahma into his ear about his spiritual master.
Yeah.
But as sadhakas, for myself, we're not that pure as Brahma. So how will Krishna reveal to us our spiritual master? Because I've asked lots of devotees and they've all said that they have picked their guru by themselves. Either they like their kirtan or the way they speak, the way they give the lectures. So is that okay, or how?
Yeah, there's a sadhana bhakti and there is raganuga bhakti. So the difference between sadhana bhakti and raganuga bhakti is inspiration. If you derive inspiration from outside, that is sadhana bhakti. But if you derive inspiration from within, that is raganuga bhakti. So inspiration from outside means things generally we don't want to do, we don't like to do. Especially like getting up in the morning, chanting 16 rounds, following 4 regulatory principles, reading Prabhupada books, hearing, lecture, everything. But someone is on top of us, telling us, have you done? So that's why accepting a bona fide spiritual master is the one who will check on us. How about your sadhana? Spiritual master will not tell, have you got a house in Albert Park? Have you done an investment? He will not check. What he will check when you see him? How is your sadhana? How is your chanting? Are you able to follow the 4 regulatory principles? Are you able to do deity service? Right? Inspiration from outside, that is sadhana bhakti, is required. So we accept a bona fide spiritual master. But then, how you choose a spiritual master. How you choose a spiritual master. Generally, association. Association. There is no other way. So that association comes in different form and shape. By personal meeting with spiritual master. By hearing spiritual master. And then by serving. By serving. So one has to check. So we have this check system. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. We read Prabhupada books. We get inspired. Something must be inspiring. Something we like to do. And your Guru can tell the exact thing. Right? Sometimes the Guru can speak the same thing which you have got inspired from the Shastra. Right? So there are other ways. You can check with your mentor, your Siksha. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, spiritual masters, there is Siksha and Diksha. The ideal way or the ideal setting is one who is instructing in your devotional service, it's your initiating Guru. One who is instructing your devotional service, one who is giving instruction to you in a day-to-day basis, like that, usually that person is your initiating Guru. That's your ideal setting. And there is no difference between initiating and instructing Guru. You can take initiation from one and then you can get instruction from someone. They are all representing Srila Prabhupada. There is no problem. In fact, getting from someone who is available is more practical in our day-to-day life. So whom to serve? You can serve everyone, but then what is the inspiration? Okay, I want to get inspired. Not by something which is by the mass or by the number or okay, he took, I have to take. My mother took initiation from there. My wife took from initiation. My husband took from him, so I also have to take. Practical sense, okay, but sometimes you see also in a couple, one person from someone, one person from someone also. It's a personal, it's a very subjective, it's a very personal thing. So whom you inspire, whom you like to serve, that comes from you. You have to pray to Krishna, you have to see, you have to show me the Guru, please Krishna, chant, then you pray, then you get inspiration. Personally, for me, lecture clicked. I used to listen lectures and then that's how I got inspired. And so after many years also, if you hear the lecture, you get the same inspiration. So it is very nice thing, because you get initiated after many years also, you listen to lecture, you feel the same inspiration, you like to serve the Guru again. So that's good. So that's how you do. But inspiration from outside is how the sadhana bhakti works. I don't know whether I answered this question, but yeah. Thank you very much everyone, all for patiently tolerating. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai.